Welcome, everybody. Welcome, New York Jets fans. Welcome, regulars. Welcome, anyone new watching on the replay, catching our show for the first time. I am Midnight Mike, your late night New York Jets host. Think Johnny Carson and Conan O'Brien combined as a miserable fan of one of the sports teams that's the most aggravating to be a fan of. And you get Midnight Mike. So I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing. I have no idea. We will find out. Go, 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 Jets. Fight. Let's get that Jets chant in here. Jets, Jets, Jets. There we go. Now I'm getting pumped up. I was a little tired before tonight's show. I'm going to be honest. And I think a lot of it has to do with the weather. We are going to talk about so much tonight. I will follow up on that weather thing. If you're in the tri-state area, which is, to me, it's always New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, right? It has been 2 months of gray, whether it's raining, snowing, just gray skies, windy. I feel like we've gotten maybe 2 or 3 a nice sunny days over the past 60, let's say. And it's just brought down my mood. It's brought down my energy. But I'm coming at you. I'm hoping we're all feeling good tonight. Get down there in the comments and let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear that. Tonight, there's a few things we're going to do. But the main thing that I want to do is explain to all of you why I'm 100% all in on Aaron Rodgers. And all in on running it back with the Aaron Rodgers dream that we had last season. I'd see too many people still talking about quarterbacks, getting a quarterback in the draft, this, that, and the other thing. Oh, we've got to think long term. I've been a Jets fan for 40 plus years, folks. And I have spent, of those 40 plus, let's say it's 41, 40, I'm not good at math. Let's make it an even 40. And of those 40 years, I would say 35 of them were pretty much a letdown. And 30 of them, we were in a rebuilding stage. We're going to get there. Don't worry, folks. We're going to get there. It's the Jets rebuilding is like, I don't know, white on bread. It's what happens. You know, it's as common as space being infinite. It's as common as, a hamburger being delicious. The Jets rebuilding is just what happens. And we're at a point right now where we have hope. And I don't know how young some of you are or how early into your Jets fandom you are or have been, whatever. But I mean, you can't, even if you're a young fan, we haven't been to the playoffs in 13 or 14 years. So you can't be too spoiled. It doesn't come around often enough where the Jets have the hope that they could have with a healthy Aaron Rodgers and a few tweaks on offense. Our defense is stellar. Our defense is top notch. It's going to be a top 10 defense next year. Mark my words. Mark every other Jets content creator's words. It's not a question. Unless we go down with so many injuries. I didn't even start the game behind me. Look at that. You know I like to do that. I like to have a game playing behind me. I'm going old school tonight. We're going to talk more about this. Like, I want to get it through your heads that this season and next season is a rare point in New York Jets history, and you should enjoy every second of it. It doesn't come around enough. It doesn't come around. Like I said, out of 40 years, I'd say we've had 5 seasons where I'm like, hell yeah, what a fucking awesome season. So I don't know how many you've seen, But that's my record with the Jets. Guys, if you are watching, please, it's free. Hit that thumbs up button. If you hit the thumbs up button, it lets more people know that we are here. We are the underground, as Maddie would say, the underground punk rock New York Jets podcast. We're not analysts. We're not guys who are going to impress you with a million stats and, oh, I know everything about everybody in the draft and every player at every position. No. We're blue collar New York Jets fans that used to be in the upper bowl of Giants Stadium, breathing in the secondhand Marlboro cigarettes through your lungs, feeling it deep, drinking Jet juice as they pass it around the upper bowl. Your dad letting you have a sip of beer don't tell your mom. Don't tell your mom. That's the kind of Jets fans that we are on this show. It's underground. Okay? It's underground. And that takes nothing away, by the way, from the other Jets content creators who, by the way, I have the utmost respect for. And I really do. By the way, I don't know if you can read it behind me, but it gives it away. On the top of the screen, I'm a little off tonight, as you can tell. On the top of the screen, it just told you what game it was, what year, what week, everything. So I don't know. But anyway, yes, I have the utmost respect for all of the other Jets content creators. Some I like, some I really like. There's like one or two I'm like iffy on. But most of you guys I love, and I take nothing away from you. But we are those blue-collar Jets fans, the guys who've been suffering for 40 years, hating this fucking team, or deep down, of course, loving it. So we're going to do that. We're going to talk about a little bit more about why we should be all in with Aaron Rodgers. Why it's time. It's now or never. Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback. He's a Hall of Famer. He can get it done. We just have to believe. Let's get that feng shui. Let's get that energy out there. Right? And of course, tonight, aside from talking about Aaron Rodgers and why you need to be all in, why you need to be ready for this season, or the next 4, as Aaron said just recently, we'll talk about that. Another thing we're going to be doing tonight is reliving the Monday Night Miracle from 2000. Those great, amazing games don't come around too often. We got one, even though it was marred by Aaron Rodgers going down. We got one in week 1 last year against the Bills. That ending is still spectacular. But no single game, it was as the elation. I don't think there's not one in my life that made me feel like the Monday Night Miracle. And I'm even including the Jets versus the Patriots in the divisional round. But that one we had almost the whole game. We kind of were playing our game the whole time, and you felt it from the first, second, third. You kind of felt it through the game, like this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of the best wins ever. I 100%. But as far as just like the Jets just pulling off one of the most miraculous comebacks in NFL, not Jets, NFL history, probably the best Monday Night Football game that ever was played, at least the best comeback in Monday Night Football history. We're going to be reliving the Monday Night Miracle, Midnight Mike Show Theater. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in my co-host. He's a man that I love to talk to every Saturday night, and now we're meeting up every Tuesday night. We'll talk about that too. Daddy, what are you?
What is up? How is everybody tonight? Good to see everybody.
Yeah, I'm having fun. How's the weather in Denver? It's got to be better than here.
Dude, it was 65 degrees today.
Was
like I was wearing long pants and I was like, "Whew, I'm sweating. I should change."
Was it sunny?
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
dude, Denver gets 300 days of sunshine a year. Like if it's not sunny out here, it's weird.
Wow, that's awesome. Because I'm telling you, we've just been having gray, gloomy skies for 60 days.
Yeah.
I feel like it's London or Seattle over here.
Yeah, it's nice out here, but I will say this. When it does get cloudy, like everybody gets depressed too. Everybody's bummed out, and that's for everybody, but it doesn't last usually too long.
Maddie, tonight we're going to be reliving The Monday Night Miracle.
I remember where I was. I watched it live.
Yes, I watched it live too. I was in my bedroom. I was 2000, so I was 19. I was still living at home.
I was on a couch with this girl that I was buddies with. That we watched Monday Night Football together every week. I was in college.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned this before on this show, but I actually have. I remember with the old film cameras,
Mhm.
you used to be able to set a little timer.
Yeah.
So I put it up on my dresser or something, and I was in my room, and I took a picture of me next to the TV as John Hall, I believe, kicked the winning field goal.
Yeah, Hall did it.
And I have to find that picture. It's definitely somewhere. I never would have.
Yeah, you gotta find that one. That's awesome.
It's so cheesy. It's such a cheesy looking picture.
Yeah, but it's such pure joy.
It really was
pure happiness.
But another thing is, I am just sick and tired of people being down on this Aaron Rodgers thing. And I know more people come around as the season gets closer. But I'm telling you, man, it's like every time I see people talking like, oh, we need to think about our future of quarterbacks. Oh, yeah, that's great. We can do all that. But I am so sick. I don't know if you heard me in the beginning when I said that probably 30 of my 40 years of fandom, we were in the rebuilding stages.
Yeah, it's time to go all in. And yeah, like you said, it's let's be real, we don't have a choice. It's right now we are all in. Management is all in, and we need to embrace it, accept it, because that's the right thing to do. I don't really give a shit about our future right now. I give a shit about 2024. That's what I'm worried about. I want Aaron Rodgers to be healthy. I want to get a receiver. I want an offensive line, and let's get down to business.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just everyone says our future, but our future, like in the grand scheme of things, every time we're like, oh, we're building towards a future. That future is miserable.
Well, that future is now.
Well, but this came out of nowhere, though. The Aaron Rodgers thing came out of nowhere. Our future was Sam Darnold. What happened there? Our future.
Then it was Zach Wilson.
What happened there? It constantly. It's a constant thing.
Yeah, and I'm tired of hearing about what could be. This is what we have fixed. I mean, it's like we're sitting in a dinghy with a hole in it. We can either bail or just kind of hope that we fucking drift to someplace. Well, let's bail. Which means get an offensive line. Let's roll.
I did not. Let's get through some of these comments. I see a bunch in there, guys.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much for watching. Once again, hit those thumbs up. Hit those thumbs up. More people will see us. Subscribe if you haven't. Tyrone, whose birthday's coming up. Hey, Mike and Matt. Jets check. That's probably Maddie. Matt. Just checking on show topic this evening. I don't know. I told you, Tyrone. I'm going to keep pushing this Aaron Rodgers thing. We cannot sit there and act like we have a future. The future's now. We have a chance over the next 2 to 3 years, maybe 4, as Aaron Rodgers said. But let's be fair, 2 to 3 years, we have to do something. So let's not screw it up. We're not going to go out there and find a quarterback better than Aaron Rodgers, even at 40. We're not going to do it. I mean, there are, like, Patrick Mahomes may be better, but are we getting him? No. So you can't even count that. You know what I'm saying? But Tyrone, welcome. Who's this jerk? Let's see here. Who is this jerk? Addie Jet says, hi, Tyrone. Always a pleasure to see you. Boy, that guy's a goof.
Homo.
Hyro, what's up? Thank you, Mike and Maddie. Is that a TY? What is TY? Thank you. I'm old. But the fire emoji, that's pretty awesome.
That's good.
Moving along. Valerie.
Always love to see Valerie.
Always love to see the ladies. What's up, Valerie? How you doing tonight? Did anybody watch it's on the NFL Throwback Channel, what was it called? The craziest comeback in Monday Night Football history. Did anyone watch that coverage? Maddie, we'll talk about it later, but the thing I want to bring up is the thing I love the most about that particular video was the win probability at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that made it so much better knowing the outcome.
No,
But
that
we'll
was
talk.
awesome.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk
Yeah, we'll
about
get
that
there.
later. We will get there. I'm trying to get. You know how I have Dr. Ocho, who's kind of like our Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Minnesota Viking correspondent who used to work with me on my my old network.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't really do shows together. I think he came on our show every now. Well, he's maybe, but we have always talked via Twitter and text, and I'm hoping we'll be able to get him in to talk a little bit. Yeah, it's Minnesota
That'd be
Vikings.
cool.
Yep. Oh, look, she's not just saying hi to me.
I get mine.
What was it?
I said I get mine.
What's up? Is there? Oh, Ty. He was calling him Ty, not thank you, Tyrone.
Ah, there we go.
See how dumb I am? Ridiculous.
I'm no better, brother.
I'm getting worse with my old age. I've only been to one game and one preseason game. Which ones? I'd like to know. I haven't been to a Jets game in many years. You were at the one in Denver, right?
Yeah, yep.
The
I go
most
every
recent
time they
one
come
or-
out. I've been
most
2 years in a row, actually.
Oh yeah, because and what are the chances of that? Us playing
It's
in
just
Denver
it's just because we suck so bad and the Broncos suck so bad that they both have to they're like, put the idiots together. Let them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, well, you know, since they played in Denver the one season, the next season you'd think they'd book them at MetLife.
Oh, they're at MetLife this year.
Not against the Broncos again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's because they both stink. So until one of them pulls away, it's
There's going to be one pulling away this year, and it's going to be the green and white.
certainly think so.
Mikey, I'm doing track this year at school. You also did volleyball, correct? Yes. That Laura, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. As a matter of fact, my statistics on YouTube are always like 1% female, or at one point my highest was like 5%. I was like, holy crap, who are all these ladies? But on this show with the people watching, we have like almost 20% women.
Love it.
I mean, that's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good, but that just goes to show. Oh, no, now they're going up a little bit. I was going to say that just goes to show how few people are actually watching live. We did great, by the way, Tuesday night on live views.
Yeah, really good.
People watching on we now are going to be doing a show. If you weren't there Tuesday night, we are now going to be doing a show 10 p.m. on Tuesday night. After one of those other shows go off, we come on. So they're like Leno, we're like Conan. Or who followed Letterman?
Shit, I don't know.
Craig Kilborn?
Kilborn,
Craig
I think
Ferguson?
maybe, or didn't John Stewart end up having a show?
Oh,
or-
maybe. I don't want to be Jon Stewart.
Nah,
But
he used to
anyway,
be funny.
it's the weirdest thing. We did our high is some of our highest numbers live. We got like 4 or 5 subscribers, which is rare for during a show.
Yeah, it was great. We had a really good night.
But then our overall views, including like the watch back, was lower than usual. So I don't know how to take that. Folks. So what we do is we'll say it again. Tuesday night, 10 p.m. We come on. Since it comes on so late, we do not go 2 hours or hour and a half like this. We try to keep it to an hour and a half if we're feeling crazy. Whereas this show, we usually do hour and a half to 2 hours because we come on earlier.
By the way, daylight savings time tonight there, kids. You lose an hour of sleep.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I know. I said the same thing this morning.
And you know what pisses me off? You know, there's those people who are like, we should just have the same time throughout the year, this, that, and the other thing. You know, it should always be the same time. But it's like, yes, jump the spring ahead sucks so bad, but the fall back is so sweet.
I know. I really do like it.
I love falling back.
Yeah.
The springing ahead is a problem. But yes, reset your clocks. I mean, you know what? You don't even really need to do that anymore, do you?
Hey, I still have the same alarm clock that I have had since I was 11 years old in 6th grade.
So what the alarm is?
Yep. And it has this weird ba-dum-dum ahead of it that I will always, like, I'll hear it in my sleep, and it ruins my whole dream. Like, oh, your world just ended, bitch boy.
You know, the worst is when you wake up like any time within a half hour of your alarm going off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a kick in the nuts.
Well, wait, now here's the question, though, before you go on. What's worse, doing that or when you're trying to fall asleep and in your mind you keep going, all right, if I go to bed right now, if I fall asleep right now, I'm gonna get 7.5 hours.
Oh,
I'm 7.
bro.
And you're counting down, and you're like, son of a bitch, I'm just
bro. After we do live shows, like I usually when I put up a video, like a regular Jets video on the page, like for one of my 5 to 10 minute videos, I don't really watch those because I had to watch it to edit it. Right. So it's like I put it up, it's gone. But when we do these live shows, I will, after the show is over, I'll go outside into my nice screened-in porch and whatever. I'll have a drink. I'll put on the show, and I'll skip through some stuff, but I'll make sure, like, hey, did that when we went to Midnight Mike Show Theater, did that look okay? This, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, you're up late, man.
What?
You're up late. I've seen your tweets like 2 hours after the show's over.
Dude, I've always been a night owl. Always. So how you're talking about that counting down, if I have this tonight I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be sitting out there going, okay, if I go to sleep now, if I go in now, I'll fall asleep in about a half hour. So I'll have this amount of time to sleep, and I do it almost every night because I'm a night owl, but I also have to wake up at a reasonable time for work and kids, the kids, whatever it is, my kids always come in on their way to, going to school and all that stuff.
I'm an early riser. I'm a morning person.
No. They don't call me Midnight Mike for nothing.
That's why I'm Maddie Morningstar.
There you go. Or I was going to call you Drunken Maddie. That works too.
Also not slander because it's true.
By the end of every show, you're yawning and like, hey, man.
I'm drinking a Clearly Canadian tonight.
Oh, my God, dude. I was just talking to my wife about those.
I found them at the supermarket, and I was like, fuck, dude. I know this is pure sugar, but I'm buying it.
No, but I remember as a kid, like, there was no such thing as spring water. Like, you didn't go into the store.
I didn't buy a bottle of water ever.
No. My dad used to come out. I remember when I think it was Avion was first available, and he was like, you got to taste this. He goes, this is spring water. It comes from, and he's like playing it up, and I sip it, and I'm like, it tastes like water, Dad.
All of us are like, this tastes just like the hose. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, but the thing is, now I can definitely taste the difference between spring water.
We're old.
And hashtag not Dasani. That's from what's his face? Who the guy, the baseball, Zach Campbell.
I have no idea. I don't even keep up. I literally
Zach Campbell
my water out of the tap.
Zach Campbell is no. See, I can taste the difference between spring water and any other water, but of spring water, Poland Spring is by far my favorite.
Well, I will say this though, we're in 2 different parts of the country. Our water is very different, and where I can really tell you'll notice is in the bread that's made out here versus back there.
Oh, well, the bread around the New York area, people get the water from New York brought into places in order to make bagels like they taste in New York.
It's different. The water is good out here.
Oh. Yeah. What's up, Sasha? How you doing? Can she hear me?
She can't. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn this up. I'm just going to put the mic on here real quick.
That is Maddie's daughter, Sasha. Every now and then she visits us. Hello. How you doing?
Good.
I have a job for your dad soon. I'm gonna have him videotape you answering some questions, and then I'm gonna videotape my daughters doing the same thing, and then I'm gonna make a cool video out of it.
That'd be fun.
All right.
Yeah, remember we talked about it when we were hanging out.
Yeah, dinner? We do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get those projects I got to run by you too.
What was it?
I got another project I want to run by you, but that's not Jets related.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Text me, call me, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But guys, hey, I see a bunch of you watching live. Go down, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. We are going to get into tons of Jets talk tonight. We are reliving the Monday Night Miracle, which Sasha wasn't even alive for. There's no way.
I didn't think I was going to have kids when I was that age. I was 21.
Yeah. And I was 19, 20, somewhere in there. I'm so bad with math. It is what it is. But yeah, folks, I'm going to also get back to got the comments going. It looks like, do we have some new people in the comment section? Let me see.
We do. Nick.
Now, how do you pronounce that? Hey guys, new to the channel in the NFL, love my JETS. Here we go. Jets. Thank you for being here. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
I think it's short for Monique, so Nick.
Oh, maybe Monique. Let us know down in the comments. Hey, Monique, let me tell you something. You're watching a nice underground New York Jets channel just starting out on the ground floor. I've only been going for I don't know, let's say 6 months. I've been podcasting and broadcasting for a decade.
Many movies.
But I just had such a love for the Jets, and I was always bitching and complaining to my wife and friends and family. And my wife's finally like, can you just do a show?
Can you just complain to the public?
Yeah, complain to other people because I am sick and tired of hearing it.
There's someone out there who cares, but it's not me. Yeah, I've got
exactly. And I really appreciate you being here. I guess it would be Monique or Nikki. That could be I don't know. Let us know how it's pronounced. I wouldn't know Hyro's pronounced Hyro unless he told me. So that is that. Let's move along. More people, guys, hit those thumbs up. Jets lost both games. Regular season game was in miserable heavy rain, lost 9-7.
I think I actually know what game she's talking about.
It could have been any game over the past 2 years. Maybe they played the Patriots.
I feel like I watched one of those like where the weather sucked and it was just like a garbage game.
Oh man, that like over the past 2-3 years, 9-7 that's a Jets game right there. But I'll tell you what, this show we are getting you pumped about Aaron Rodgers. Because there's nothing else, guys. There are so many seasons. There's nothing to get pumped about. At the beginning of the season that you're going to be third or fourth in the division.
Yeah, there's a reason JETS just end the season is a saying.
Yeah,
because it was you start and you'd be like, oh boy, I don't even know who this guy throwing the ball is. We got no receivers. Like, barring like a miracle, like is Willie Beeman going to show up and save the day somehow?
And I believe this is Abe, right?
Yeah.
Mike and Maddie coming to CBS this fall. That does sound like a CBS show.
Kind of like it. Mike and Maddie in the morning, except for you got to sleep in.
No, well, time out. No, I think it sounds like a sitcom. Wasn't there Mike and Molly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but that sounds about right. Yeah, no, he's not wrong. What's up, Abe?
I like it.
Abe had to bail out of our show this past Tuesday. Guys, I told you, Tuesday nights, me and Maddie come on 10 p.m. And do a late night show for you.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And then Saturday nights, 9 p.m. You're here, so you know about it. We do a show.
Tuesday's kind of like the anything goes, just fucking two monkeys fucking a football show.
And then on Tuesday nights, also, I record for a podcast that comes out on Wednesday mornings, and that's with Abe on the Undroppables on all your major podcast platforms. Just search The Undroppables, and you will see whatever when the Jet show pops up there. I think there's a Chiefs show and a Raiders show, but there is a Jet show. That's Honest Abe, myself, and actually we have now a third co-host, Tommy, I believe. Tommy, yeah. Why I mind fart right there, or brain fart, whatever you want to call it. But check that out, The Undroppables. That's on all your major podcast platforms, and when you get there, you'll see us. We're the Jets podcast.
I am not on that show, so it's not nearly as funny as this one.
Well, but you do have a face for radio, so maybe you should move over.
No, it's a good podcast, guys. It's a great 30-minute listen. It's great for like your ride in on Wednesday mornings.
Oh, Abe. I wish I never hear Zach Campbell's name again. Can't stand the dude. I disagree. I like Zach Campbell a lot. Maddie, he's the guy who goes into the crowd and catches home run balls and foul balls, and he's caught more than anyone else, and he has a documentary made about him and whatever. And I say, do what you love to do.
He's got an angle.
And once again, I can't even hate on the guy, because if my job, this is his job. Like, if my job was to go to Major League Baseball games, like literally every week he goes to a game or two and catch foul balls and talk to players, he's friends with players and whatever. Are you kidding me? You're telling me you wouldn't
job in a millionth of a second?
Me too.
Yeah,
I would literally I'd be like, sorry, family. During baseball season, I'm going to be traveling the country, going to baseball games without you.
Don't worry, the checks will clear.
The checks will clear. Exactly.
I would say, I'd be like, you're paid, right?
Okay, guess who we got in the green room?
Infrared, my man.
No, not infrared. Oh, infrared, yeah.
Room. Oh, I know.
I only drink Poland Spring and Yingling. Yo, Yingling's the bomb. I I did not even really know of Yingling till I moved to Philly. And then it got to the point where if I went for the decade plus I lived in Philly, if I went into a place and they didn't have Yingling on tap, I would get offended. Like when that bar we went to, Maddie,
Yeah.
the first thing I asked for was Yingling, and they go, "Oh yeah, we have Yingling." I go, "On tap," and they were like, "No," and I was like, give me a Guinness." But I love
bourgeois tastes.
no Yingling, please. Yingling
I don't think I've ever had it. I don't think I've ever.
No, Yingling is just it's the same as Coors and Budweiser and all that stuff.
It's just a regular domestic Pilsner.
It's a regular domestic lager, yeah, normal.
Okay.
But it's made from the oldest brewery in the country, right outside of Philadelphia. And
go find some of that tomorrow. There's a big ass liquor store by the house.
It's good. So yeah, guess who's in the green room?
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur. No, I believe she has since passed.
I got a Ouija board.
Instead of B. Arthur, I give you some Mets, and he's laying down this week. He's relaxing.
Mets in relax mode.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Mets? How you doing?
Not much. Sitting through Boston against Phoenix right now. Basketball.
Yeah. How's it going?
It's basically been a stomp in favor of Boston, as has been the entirety of this damn year in the NBA.
Not the other night in Denver.
Well,
the Nuggets beat them?
Nuggets beat them. No, that fourth quarter of that game was pretty damn good, I have to say.
Well, still, you should have seen the game against Cleveland they squandered.
Yeah. I've been trying to keep up with hoops. I've just been stupid busy lately.
I don't blame you.
Then the Rangers always have a game on during the show now, so it's like I was like trying to surreptitiously look away. I'm like, yes, it's fascinating, Michael. Keep talking.
They're playing the Blues tonight, right?
Yeah, they're up 2-0.
Okay. I mean,
the Rangers are up.
At this point, they're going to need every win they can get. I sat through Carolina basically doubling up on New Jersey earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, there was like, I don't know what's going on this weekend, but it was like Hockey Palooza. Games started at 12:30 Eastern and have been going all day. I think there's like a couple starting in a half an hour.
Valerie, Mike, I like your hoodie. I like it too. Thank you.
As for the Jets, they really need to focus this year on fixing that O-line.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I kind of was texting back and forth with Abe about this, and he's like, "Don't worry, they got a plan. This, that, and the other thing. Fuck the plan. I need Greg Zuerlein and Thomas Morstead signed before Monday. I do not want to risk losing the best kicker and punter we've probably ever had."
I agree. I want both of them back.
Shipped out to Kansas City at the deadline.
Say that again.
Wasn't Morstead shipped out to Kansas City at the deadline or something?
No.
Morstead's
like the team MVP right now.
Yeah, man. He was the one who was talking
shit. All right, let me ask
you
this. If you could only keep one, Greg or Morstead, who are you keeping?
Greg.
I'm keeping Morstead.
No, man, because you know what? It's about the points, and I know it's cool to have
too many hero punts, man. He was pinning them deep. I really like that.
Yeah, but
here's the thing. Kicker.
If things go as they should and Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, we should be punting a lot less and possibly needing field goals, just as much as touchdowns. But I feel like Rodgers is going to get us into scoring position a lot more.
You make a good point.
Yeah. So
why do we fix that issue on the right side of the line? Dwayne Brown or Sheldon Brown, whatever his name is, should not have been the blind side tackle last year.
Who was it? Dwayne Brown?
Or was it Sheldon Brown? Whoever was in.
No, Dwayne Brown. You're right. No, Dwayne Brown. Because he's old.
Well, he never should have been the blindside tackle.
And I've heard a lot of people too talking about bringing in Tyron Smith from the Cowboys, and then people being like, "Oh, well, Dwayne Brown." No, but there's a couple year difference between those guys, and one guy is awesome and one guy is mediocre. So I believe Tyron Smith has been to Pro Bowls.
Yeah, but you think Cowboys are going to give that up for one more? Give that up this year? No. He's a free agent. He's leaving. Tyron Smith is going to be on the table.
Yeah, he said he's a free agent. He's not returning.
Monday morning, he's going to be out there ready to go. And in my opinion, the Jets they need to jump on that.
But then again, given how incompetent in the postseason Mike McCarthy has been in Dallas, I'm not shocked.
That's true.
I mean,
wait. Not as bad as the Miami Dolphins as a franchise. Let's always bring that up. It's been 25 years, folks. 25 years since the Dolphins have won a playoff game. The Jets have won 6 or 7 in that time and been to 3. There's 98 is the cutoff there. And if you go back 25 years, the Jets have been to 3, count them 3 AFC championship games in that time. So suck it, Dolphins.
True. But still, McCarthy, I mean, I sat through that wild card game against the Packers. Green Bay looked more hungry. McCarthy turned the Cowboys into a damn joke.
Well, you know what? I don't mind that because I don't like the Cowboys. So
I know, but I'm just saying.
Right?
I know, but
all right, guys, check it out. I got someone else in the green room. I'm going to bring him in. It's my old buddy. He's our Minnesota Vikings correspondent.
Oh, good. Cool.
Let's bring in Sean Neutron. What's up, Sean?
Hey, Mike. Thanks for having me on today.
Hey, man. It's awesome to talk to you. How have you been?
I've been doing great. Just hearing all this off-season chatter and just waiting for things to start shaking out. I think free agency starts on Monday, so we're going to hear a lot more about what's going on, especially with Kirk and just the next steps the Vikings are going to take.
Yes.
Well,
you guys still got your butts handed by the G-Men last postseason, the postseason before this last one.
We sure did.
Frauds.
You have to, Sean. Metz is on this show, and he fronts as a Jets fan, but he's really a Giants fan.
Yes,
I can't take that away from him. We lost that game. We deserved to lose it, and I wasn't a fan of the play call in that game. But we had injuries happen this year, but hopefully we're gonna start to turn things in the right direction this year.
Now, I was talking to you. We were texting back and forth, and I have nothing to back this up. And the funny thing is I said it to Sean. I said the biggest thing is going to be when the Jets sign trade for Justin Jefferson, and he's like, "What? Get out of here!"
Where are you hearing this?
And I told him, I said, "I'm not hearing it anywhere. I literally made it up." I said,
bullshit.com.
Hey, at least I was honest. I said I haven't heard it anywhere, but I do think that the Jets could pull off some sort of thing for a trade for a big time wide receiver. And in my mind, with the QB situation that you seem to be having going on in Minnesota, I'm like, ooh, Justin Jefferson would be a nice one to just go and take on like a 2-3 year deal. How many years does he have left on his contract? Do you know?
So he has next year on, and then after that, he's officially a free agent. But from what I'm hearing is, they want to get him locked up as soon as possible, but it all hinges on the quarterback situation, whether they re-sign Kirk or whether they, trade up for a quarterback in this draft.
All right. Well, this is why. And now I got this information after we had that text conversation about Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to see, I think it's Zach Rosenblatt's, where his QB prediction on who's going to land where?
Was it talking about him in the Falcons?
Well, it has Cousins going to the Falcons. Here, I'll bring it up. I have it right here.
That's what I've heard too.
Let's look at who he has for the Minnesota Vikings.
I heard these rumors.
I need a drink. I'll be right back.
I need a drink after that.
A milk chaser and a hack who got basically ripped to pieces by Adam Gase's incompetence when he was a Jet.
Yeah, like the thing is, I don't mind if they were to draft a quarterback and then have a veteran quarterback behind him to save money and kind of help guide him. But I would not want, no offense, but I would not want Darnold or Zach Wilson as my QB1 next year.
Sean, no offense taken.
Yeah,
we don't
like
want
how
them.
You've been hearing the Giant rumors about them wanting to talk to Russell Wilson. I don't want him anywhere near that team.
Well, dude, come on, Mets. Russell Wilson is a big step up from Tommy DeVito or a coming off injury Daniel Jones.
He's washed at this point.
I don't think he's washed.
He's got something to prove. I think he still has something to offer. And especially if you get him for a really team friendly deal, I can't really see, even as a Vikings fan, if we got Russ and then drafted a rookie quarterback, that might not be the worst scenario in the world.
No,
yeah,
I said
backup.
Well, I said this on Tuesday night show, and I mean, once again, obviously, Sean, the Vikings had Kirk Cousins, so obviously I'd rather have Kirk Cousins. But as a Jets fan, with what we've dealt with over the past 5-6 years, Russell Wilson, please, and you'd be getting him like you were just talking about. The Broncos are paying out the rest of his $85 million contract. So any team that signs him is going to get him they could get him for vet minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of value wherever he goes, I think. And, like I said, he's got something to prove. So he's not just going to be walking in, and feeling entitled and like he's just going to collect a check. I mean, he's going to have to work for that money.
Now, when I was telling you about, I want to make it's going to be a big splash blockbuster trade, the Jets are going to get Justin Jefferson. Like I said, I didn't see this little prediction that he made. But let's just say, I mean, come on, how funny is that? If Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson are your quarterbacks next year, do you think? I mean, what makes you? Do you think that the Justin Jefferson leaving Minnesota, maybe not for the Jets, is any more? That
would push it. That would definitely push that to the forefront. I don't think Justin Jefferson will look at that situation and feel confident whatsoever. Now I see the one quarterback on there I noticed was Jaden Daniels, and with the rumors of Minnesota wanting to trade at 3 with the Patriots. The question is, would Jaden Daniels be there at 3? Because I'm hearing he might move up to number 2. But hell, if you got Drake May as a consolation prize at number 3, that's not the worst thing in the world either.
True.
The one thing I don't like about this list is I'm seeing a couple guys that I want on the Jets as a backup: Jacoby Brissett, Ryan Tannehill. Is Tyrod Taylor on this list? Because I'd take Tyrod too.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I don't see him on here.
Is he a free agent this year?
He was
I
only
think
on
he is.
the Giants for like a 2-year deal as a backup.
Right. I just couldn't remember if he was free agent this year or next.
I think he is.
He's always a great quarterback wherever he goes.
And then another one was Gardner Minshew, and I didn't see him on this list. No, he's not on there. But they have Kirk. He has Kirk Cousins landing in Atlanta.
I think the worst thing that could happen is if for this Jets team, now Buffalo's had to clean house to clean up for cap clearance. Maybe the door's open for them to win the division this coming year, but who knows?
Hey, did you? Speaking of the Bills, I know Sean and Metz are both wrestling fans. On Thursday night show, I popped up the wrong picture of Deion Dawkins. I don't know if you saw it. Here it is.
Big Daddy V, Mabel.
No, that's Deion Dawkins.
That's Jamarcus Russell.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. That is Big Daddy V.
Rest in peace.
Sorry about that.
I mean, the guy's been dead for about 10 years.
Tell me that when Deion Dawkins was sitting there shirtless, that it didn't remind you a little bit of Viscera.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Folks, if you are watching, I do appreciate it. Go down and hit the thumbs up. You hit that thumbs up, more people will see that we are live and doing this late night Jet show, which a lot of people don't do. This is, once again, we wanted to go for the name Saturday Night Live, but someone else already has that. So we'll think of something else. Okay, Sean, this is a Jet show. So yeah. I want to know if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, do the Jets make the playoffs next year?
Yeah.
I knew.
And this is coming from someone last year. I got so into Hard Knocks. If I wasn't a Vikings fan, I was all aboard of the Jets last year. I was just so hyped the way they told that story. It was just fun to watch him fanboying over, Liev Schreiber. And I just think if he stays healthy, I mean, it's a completely different situation offensively.
See, that right there is why I can tell that you are not a Jets fan. Like, and no disrespect, by the way, nice to meet you.
Oh, you too, thank you.
Watching that, I'm sitting here going, fuck this lip service, win some games.
No, I loved it. I'm a Jets fan.
I literally the whole time was like, it means nothing if they don't win games.
I wonder if this is the start of a new football curse. The Hard Knocks curse. Team that gets put on Hard Knocks either fails in the playoffs or doesn't make it at all. I mean, we've heard of the Madden curse.
Metz, you actually have a point, because who was running the table the whole season doing awesome, then they got put on that mid-season, in-season Hard Knocks, and then you saw the Dolphins go. So
Jets.
which is
Yeah,
And a lot of things on paper in Hard Knocks look good, especially when they brought in Dalvin, and you're thinking maybe he has something left in him, and then we just saw that there just wasn't, the execution was poor. So no, I can see Maddie's point about being frustrated and definitely wanting more than just like lip service or something on paper. But
and that's the thing, just because we hear it every year, there's always some new slogan, all gas, no brakes, or whatever. I'm just cynical. I'm old. I drink too much, and I'm like, look, assholes. I want asses in end zones. I don't want to hear any more fortune cookie bullshit.
Yeah, I want leaks on throats when we get a big enough lead. I don't care which team I'm rooting for in that situation.
Sean, do you have a podcast? Sorry.
No. I used to do a wrestling podcast, but I'm just kind of just writing these days, and that's about it.
Okay, I just want to know if I should tune in.
Oh, no, I appreciate it, though. Thank you.
You also
but you guys can follow me on Twitter at Sean Neutron.
Oh, that doesn't work for anybody but him.
I gotcha. Okay.
We've shouted mine out. You know how many new followers I've gotten?
Speaking of wrestling, I wonder how things are going to play out at WrestleMania.
I've gotten some new followers.
Yeah, I know.
Mike show.
The beard, obviously.
Maddie, you'll get one new follower tonight. I can guarantee you that.
And I will repay the favor.
There you go.
There we go.
Right.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
leaving this show. I'm going to Sean's show. We're doing some other show.
Let me say this. I was with you, Maddie, before Hard Knocks came about. I was 100% against it. I didn't want it. I didn't want the distraction. I didn't care about it, whatever. But once it started airing, I can't deny that I
wasn't worried about the distraction or anything. It's just one of those where I was like, look, this is lovely. This sounds great. But
I wonder who the victims will be this year.
Well, it's got to be somebody like, because don't they try
they have a qualification for it?
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, you have to
There's weird Hard Knocks bylaws and shit.
Isn't it like you can't have made the playoffs the year before or what, something like that?
I don't know about that. I know there's a statute of limitations in between when you can do it. Like if you.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 years at least or something.
Yeah.
I got the perfect candidate for that. Carolina.
Yeah, but
that's
look, damn Hard Knock life down here.
No, you know who? I think last year weren't the Patriots up for it almost? Weren't they one of the people like it could have gone to?
I didn't hear that one, but I wouldn't be surprised. But weren't the Panthers where Thielen says he wanted to go to win a Super Bowl? He literally said that last year.
I want to see Jacksonville on there, dude, just to be like watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High with Spicoli.
Haven't they been there once already?
Spicoli, Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, dude, that guy looks like Spicoli.
He does kind of look like
looks like a guy who'd sell you a bag of weed and then you'd find out it was oregano and be pissed off.
I mean, seriously.
He was supposed to have a big. He was supposed to have a big step forward last year, but he really kind of plateaued a little bit.
Out, yeah.
What happened to Favre in 08-09 happened to Lawrence last year. Shoulder injury, never recovered.
Well, I was going to say, actually, Sean, this was the year you guys were supposed to get Rodgers. Isn't that how it usually works? They play their whole career in Green Bay
for 1 year.
And they go to the Jets for a year, and then they head to like the Vikings for a couple years.
I still have PTSD from the 09 playoffs at the NFC Championship when he throws across. We just had to set up for a field goal, and we had the Super Bowl in our hands just to at least get to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying we were going to win it because I think we had to play the Colts, but it haunts me to this day, 15 years later.
Well, you know what? What bothers me, bothers me, is that like I loved that season we had with Favre. It was fun and whatever. Less so towards the end, but it's still for you guys. That'd be like Tom Brady coming to the Jets. I don't think I could get behind that. I don't think I'd be able to watch that. And you had to sit and watch this guy who beat you guys up for so many years. I guess it felt better when he was winning games and bringing you to the playoffs.
It was weird watching him in the jersey at first. Like, this doesn't compute at all. But then, he became one of the family pretty much. And the other players at the time, like Vasante Shenko and Adrian Peterson, everyone seemed to accept him. And I think that Percy Harvin was still around. And then, that was before Percy Harvin. Sorry. So
then again, Favre didn't actually start out as a Packer. He started as a Falcon.
I just want to tell Dr. Ocho, what are you talking about? He's in there talking about some like amateur wrestling tournament. And it's like, if you ain't talking pro wrestling, like Sting's retirement, right, guys? Then,
Yeah, and I missed out on that.
You're not speaking my language. The card shark, he's back. Yingling is great. Absolutely, it's great. And I this might be this score might be changed because I'm behind in all the comments, but Ocho reminding us that the Rangers are up 2-0.
3-0.
Is that still the score?
3-0.
Oh, there was a goal called off.
It didn't cross the line completely. It looked like it did. It was the right call. It sucks that it was, but it was the right call.
You're not. Look, Abe. Listen. Abe says only question is, will Morstead sign before we interview him? We are supposed to on the Undroppables on my show. There, we are supposed to interview Thomas Morstead, but I spent a decade.
Fucking cool.
Yeah, but hold on. I spent a decade doing podcasts, and I did an 80s and 90s horror pop culture podcast, and we had tons of guests that I brought on. Not we weren't a guest show, by any means. I wanted people to listen to the show for me and my co-hosts. I didn't want it to be reliant on what guest we were bringing in, but we did interview people. The one thing that I never did is said anything about a guest until the interview was in the bag. So, Abe, you're jinxing it. You're jinxing it. You're jinxing it.
I've been there with the wrestling guests before, and you think you got it locked up, and you try not, I'd have times where I'd have the graphics already, and then I'd have to cancel them.
Yep. It happens. My most memorable one was I was going to interview CJ Graham, who played Jason in Jason Lives. And
I ran into him and Kane Hodder at a horror convention I was at recently.
Well, which is crazy because Kane Hodder's a lot shorter than you'd expect, but CJ Graham's a big dude. But he ended up almost ghosting me, and I ended up going off on him on my show and talking so much shit.
Pun intended.
But yeah, Abe, please stop announcing guests before we have them. Dwayne Brown is a dinosaur, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't need him. Jeez, this is a live abortion. Fuck you, Ocho.
Always a pleasure. Always the leader of the Glee Club for the show is our boy Dr. Ocho.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we might get a name here. Hold on, we might get a pronunciation. No, maybe not. Scanling and OBJ, wide receiver 2 and 3. Pay Huff. Don't lose Whitehead, tackles and guards. Right. Protect my QB, please. I don't want OBJ. I don't. No. I mean, no. I have no interest in Odell.
Scan is a maybe, though, right?
It's a maybe. I'd actually rather go with Cortland Sutton. Even
at least Sutton catches the ball more often.
Yeah, and even Bourne. I'd take Bourne off the Patriots' hands.
Actually, Sutton was off to a really hot start last year. Remember, he really was one of the bright spots for the Broncos, and then didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt in like week 8 or whatever.
He was leading the league in touchdowns at one point for receivers.
Yeah, I think he had almost 500 yards in like 8 games, so he was on pace for almost 1,000-yard season. But yeah, then he got hurt. But I would say I.
And what about Bryce Huff? Keep him.
You gotta pay him if you can.
If we can afford him, any team who gets him, if we don't get him, is getting a great player.
Yeah,
Bryce Huff is a beast.
Same thing with Whitehead.
Yeah, Whitehead. Well, Whitehead is like, for me, it's like he had that amazing game, that first game versus the Buffalo Bills, where he got the 3 interceptions, and then from that point on, in the rest of the season, he ended up with like 1. So I'm like, I mean, safety is not our real strong suit, but I think there's guys out there who could replace him and do just as good, because 3 interceptions in a game is like, that's not. If you look at some of those interceptions in that game, Josh Allen was just throwing the ball up.
Yeah, 2 of them were arm punts that he could have just let go.
No, absolutely. Hey, look, I mean, you never know what you're going to get, whatever. I'd like to keep Whitehead, but God forbid we lose him. I'm not going to throw a temper tantrum like, if we don't bolster our offensive line. Then you're going to see me go fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't want to lose Whitehead either, but I won't lose sleep if we do.
Absolutely. Guys, we have got to get to very soon our reminiscing of the Monday Night Miracle on Midnight Mike Show Theater. I'm very excited for that. So what I want to do first is, Mets, thank you so much for being here again. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you again on Tuesday or next Saturday.
Maybe we can get some talk in regard to WrestleMania in.
Oh no, we didn't get the WrestleMania talk in.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, you should call Sean's podcast.
My non-existent one, but hey, if you want me on here for WrestleMania, let me know and I'll be happy to come and join.
Maybe I should just do a completely separate show
Maybe
just on WrestleMania.
Your Thursday 10:10 show could be the wrestling show.
Yeah.
I'm very busy on Thursday.
Mets, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right.
Oh, wow. Oh no. Wait. Let me get him back. There we go. No, Sean, I want, yeah, if, what is it? It's at Sean Neutron on Twitter.
Yeah, and Instagram.
And Instagram. Folks, go over, give him a follow. Like I said to you guys, we worked on the same network many, many years ago. And we always said, like, when Sean, like, you're not on a mic right now, but when I'm telling you, Sean sent us an ad for his show, and we always used to say Sean's voice was like butter. Like me and my co-host Cal or Adam would be sitting there, and the ads would be playing on a commercial break. And every time Sean's ad came on, we'd be like, "Damn, he has a good voice for radio, man."
Oh yeah.
I sure don't have a face for it, so thank you.
Oh yeah,
for TV.
Neither does Maddie. So
have you shut up. I think it's cool that we can get to other teams, like, you know, their guys. They're not professional analysts, but like, there's no rivalry with the Vikings, but it's nice to hear an outside perspective on things. I think that's cool. So thanks.
Yeah, Ben, thanks for having me on here, and Matt, really nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, man, come back anytime. It was fun chatting with you.
Yeah, Sean. Once the season gets closer and the season gets underway, I do want to have you back on.
Please.
No, more than happy to. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it, Mike.
Get the NFC
Thank you, Sean. We appreciate it. That was awesome. I love talking to Sean. I love talking to Mets. But now it's back to me and you, Maddie, because pretty soon we are going to be doing our reminiscing of the Monday Night Miracle, the craziest Monday Night Football game in the history of Monday Night Football. But we have a lot of comments we got to get to and talk to people, because you guys are awesome tonight. We have great viewership, guys. The comments down below, we're getting to them. We're going to spend some time on that. Excuse me, right now. And I want to, you know what? I should have done this while they were here, but I'll do it with you, Maddie. Let's get through some comments, and then I have something about, just remind me, stadiums.
Okay.
That's it.
I got something I want to bring up too, so let's do some comments.
Okay, good. All right. Ocho's just talking shit.
He's just speaking his mind.
Only question is, no, that's a jinx. Get that out of here. Neek, MVS, and OBJ are bums. Whitehead just missed another tackle. I don't want any of those guys near this team. Yeah, like I said, Whitehead is like give or take for me, and OBJ. I don't need OBJ at all. I'm completely okay with that. I mean, if we would have signed him last year, I probably would have complained less, even though I didn't want him. But he didn't really do much. He didn't do much this year. Like, you know, he was on the Ravens, sure. But
he was around.
Yeah, he was there. He gets a participation award. 3-0 Rangers.
It's actually 4-0 now.
Oh, it's 4-0? Okay, Rangers are winning, folks. Here we go. All right, calm down.
I'm mad because my Rangers beat your Devils like they're married to them.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Oh, I will.
All right, moving down these comments. Let's see what we got. Whitehead had the most picks, but those two have talent with Rodgers. Well, I mean, look, I will give you that. I will give you that pretty much any receiver is going to look that much better with someone as accurate as Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. And that's why
I'm 5'6", and I might make a catch if Aaron Rodgers throws.
Yeah, and that's why I've been saying
she's not wrong.
Yeah, don't sleep on Lazard. Lazard next season, if Aaron is healthy, is going to have a completely different season than what we saw this season. And I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Garrett or our potential other number 2, but he is going to be an extremely serviceable wide receiver 3 if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. So you are right with that. OBJ would look fine, I believe, with someone like Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. But we talked about it. Whitehead having the most picks. I'd say like 2 of those were just Josh Allen throwing up the ball, and he just happened to be the one to get it. It's not like they were picks where it was like, oh my God, what a great pick. You know, it wasn't that. You need to go back and look. 3 of them were in one game, and then he had like one later in the season. Let's see what we got here. Whitehead, all those picks in week 1. OBJ. Oh, so here's what's happening. We have a Monique or Neek or Nikki, whatever, arguing back and forth with
Neek
Abe.
and Abe are having a little
That's
chat
what's
war. I
going
love it.
on. I'll let them continue to do that. OBJ
Get him,
has
Neek.
he didn't win with Bateman and Flowers. He won't be able to with the Jets. He just wants to get paid and nothing else. Now, Abe, I will stick by Neek, whatever it is. I will stick by it. If Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball, he's gonna make more catches. I mean, it's just Aaron Rodgers. That's why I'm trying to tell you the Jets have not had this accurate of a quarterback with a rifle of an arm like this. I mean, Brett Favre had a great arm. He wasn't as accurate as Rodgers. I think Rodgers is more accurate. I'd have to look at statistically, but we haven't had someone who could throw a ball like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Fitzpatrick could throw it pretty far, but he's clearly not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he could throw it far, but not to somebody.
Yeah, I'd say the only two quarterbacks Kenny O'Brien could. Kenny O'Brien had an arm.
Kenny O'Brien had an arm, and he was pretty accurate.
No, well, I'd say it would be Vinny, Kenny, Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, those are and listen to those names. And then if you went before us, Joe Namath. I mean, the Jets QB.
Let's just not pretend there was like 30 years in between your thumb and your forefinger.
No, but the funny thing is that it's the Jets' history of quarterbacks. When I say, Jets, like once again, an alien comes down, hello, I like football. Who is your favorite team? The New York Jets.
They just kill us right there.
Who are true. Who are the best quarterbacks to ever play for your franchise? Joe Namath, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Vinny Testaverde, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean,
I think I would literally just say
so
Joe Namath and Vinny Testaverde. I wouldn't even put the other two on there yet.
No, but what I'm saying is it's so deceptive.
Yeah.
It's like Fitzpatrick played for 2 seasons, Favre played for 1, and Rodgers played for 4 snaps. So combined, we don't even have 4 seasons with those 3. All right, let's move down here. Dr. Ocho, keep talking. I'm gonna go play with boobs. Well,
that guy whose picture you put up's boobs.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's who Ocho's going to. Ocho's heading out to play with boobs. These boobs, folks.
I'm not gonna lie, I would probably play with those boobs if they were just like there.
Yeah, man, Deion Dawkins is looking great.
I just want to flap him around.
All right.
I have a question, actually. If Ocho's still here, he's probably not, but he could probably answer this later. Or you could answer this. Is Ocho an all-around Pittsburgh guy or just a Steelers guy? Like, is he also a Pirates and a Penguins?
I don't ever remember him saying he's a Pirates fan. I'm trying to think of other sports. You know what Ocho's huge into? Bowling.
Yeah, I saw that. He put something up on Twitter.
Ocho does a bowling podcast. Oh, what is it called? With Johnny Petraglia Jr.
Really?
I think that's the right. I think I might be making up that name.
Cool. But
it's a professional bowler. And I what is it called? Ocho. It's slipping my mind. It's something straight up five podcast.
I'll ask you later.
Yeah, check. Well, I wanted to give it a props to anyone out there.
Tuesday.
Even though Ocho comes on here and talks shit.
Yeah, all he does is jump all over our podcast.
Yeah, it's all in good fun. And guys,
I would say podcast just because I listen to podcasts.
Guys, hit those thumbs up. There's a lot. I love the numbers I'm seeing, the comments I'm seeing. Just hit those thumbs up. I mean, look, we should have at least 20 to 25 thumbs up if everyone who's been tuning in and out or whatever it starts hitting those thumbs up. I'm thinking that we should have between 20 and 25 at least. So, folks, please hit those thumbs up. Take a minute and do that. And we're going to continue through to your guys' comments. OBJ got $50 million and gave 535 yards. Yeah, that's not so good. That's not so good. Monique, Neek. Once again, we don't know what to call you. You have to help us out
Neek.
here.
She said it's Neek, short for Monique. You skipped the
comment. She did?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that. I apologize. He was with, so is that 3 girls?
Probably
Am
her
I-
babies.
Am I high, or do we have 3 girls who've watched
Oh.
the show? We're watching the show.
Yeah, we got Laura, Neek, and Val.
Wow. What is going on here, folks?
We're
Is
celebrities.
it finally
Jesus.
happening for me and Maddie?
We're famous.
He was with Flowers. Everyone wants the money, but we also need more vets on the team who know what it's like to win a Super Bowl ring.
Don't disagree with that at all. I
No.
do think we need some veteran leadership.
I like Whitehead as a hybrid safety linebacker. He's a hard hitter, but is inconsistent at tackling. I agree, Hyro. That's awesome that you guys are. I love the fact that you
I
guys
love
are
we're getting
talking
some
with each other.
discourse in the comments. It's great, or in the chat. It's fantastic.
Abe says we need guys that can put up quality numbers. Plenty of other guys out there for the 15-year OBJ. I'd much rather have Ridley and Sutton. Me too.
Mhm.
Absolutely. But
Don't
you know,
have fun
people are going to be jumping on Calvin Ridley Monday. Like it's going to be the Jets are not going to be the only team. Do you see how if I it might just be my colors are always different depending on what I'm wearing. And I know Valerie likes this and I do too. It's the, the salute to service, nice hoodie going on here. But if I do this, it gets greener. You see that?
I do see that. That's weird.
Now watch, look. It goes back. But I usually
Gotta be
actually
a shadow, maybe, or like the shadow from like where you're blocking them with your hands. Just do one hand.
No, I had this on another setting. I had it on this. This is the setting that I usually was using, which is like a more like soft white light, but let me see. It still does it.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you about all your filters. See, I've seen him in real life, and he's a pockmarked mutant. Terrifying.
All my filters, like I'm a teenage
Like
girl.
a teenage girl. Did you and my daughter get together and work this out?
Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna get pretty soon.
That's whose picture she was editing.
Pretty soon, I'm gonna have like a bunny nose and like ears.
All right, I'm gonna just have pimple patches all over.
All right, Neek says maybe Sutton Ridley costs too much. Well, you know what? We need to sign. Whatever we do, we need to get these people in for at least 2 to 3 years. Okay. I don't care what we have to pay them or what we have to do. We have a window here, folks, and this is what this show is named after. It's now or never, because in, let's say, 3 to 4 years, we are going to be where a lot of you want us to be, rebuilding with nobody in house. We're going to have to let a bunch of guys go. If you think it's going to be easy to re-sign Jermaine Johnson, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Breece Hall all within like a year off their rookie deals, those are all going to be big contracts. We're losing people, folks. It's coming.
So let's rings for those guys to give them a little motivation to stick around.
Absolutely, and we got to get rings for us. I mean, it's like we have 2 to 3 years to do it, because there is no way we are re-signing all those guys and a quality quarterback to replace Rodgers and all the guys on the defense that we need to keep our defense top 10. It's like we are going to implode in about 3 or 4 years. So let's get it done. Let's get behind Aaron Rodgers.
Joe versus the volcano. We are just going to go nuts for right now because it's going to end soon.
Got to sign our special team guys and Ashton Davis. Yeah, I said that earlier in the show. Me and Abe's told me, calm down. They got a plan. And he was right, because remember before last season started, we released Morstead so we could move around shit. And Morstead was a stand-up guy, didn't go to another team because the Jets said, listen, we're going to move some shit around, then we'll re-sign you, bring you back. That happened before last season. I'm hoping that if we go into free agency, Morstead seems to love being a Jet. And he seems to love his teammates. But I want him and Zuerlein signed now. I want him and Zuerlein signed a week ago. We cannot afford to lose them.
Monday, by the way. It's the 13th, so it's Wednesday.
Nick, praying hands. Ridley will be in the same ballpark as OBJ. No, he won't. Abe, I don't think OBJ is going for tons this year. He's an old wide receiver who's been known to have an attitude problem, known to be a little kind of a diva. I don't see it. I don't see it. I feel like the Ravens paid him this year because it was like, oh, is there that little bit left? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think it's kind of like, no, people kind of know now. Sorry. Thanks for filling in there, Maddie, while I try to get
I couldn't come up with anything interesting to say. I was like, just have a drink, you thirsty motherfucker.
No, I have this tickle in the back.
Dude, I know I keep coughing over here.
Sutton is great. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, Infrared, thank you for being here. Yes, it's keep Ashton Davis. Absolutely. I wouldn't be against that. And Jets won't re-sign Whitehead after voiding his contract. If they wanted to keep him, they would have restructured. That's a good point too.
That is a very good point,
Guys, thank you. I'm gonna. Do I have to, Maddie? I might have to like sign somebody up to be a what do they call them? Moderator. We might need to get a moderator in here. These comments are coming in too crazy, and I'm telling you right now, pretty soon we're going to start going to super chats. If you don't know what a super chat is, right next to the comment where you put in the comment, there's a little money symbol.
Ocho.
What was it?
I said I nominate Ocho to be our mod. He's such a people person.
No, I don't think so. No, it's not even a people person. I need someone to go through these comments and send me like all the ones that are like, because some of them are people talking to each other, some of them are whatever, but I need to go through all of them just to check and make sure, because I don't want to leave anybody out. But pretty soon the numbers are getting higher, the comments are getting higher. In the comments section, there's a little dollar symbol. You hit that, and then it'll be a highlighted comment that we will 100% read. If you send in a super chat, I think the lowest is like $2. You could bump it up to 5, 10, 20 and up, depending on how many characters you have and what you want to say. But believe me, those will jump. I will try to always get to your comments, but super chats will be read. There's no question about that. But like I said, as numbers go up, that's what ends up happening. But folks, I love you guys. So I'm gonna always do my best.
Great show tonight.
To get
I'm
through.
so happy to see so many people.
Davis's tattoos are badass, and then that looks like a mouth open with a fart coming out of it. What is that? I can't.
Dude, I can't speak emoji. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm. Okay, Ridley.
We should have one of my kids come in here to translate them.
We're gonna sign Ridley and OBJ. So our lineup will be Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson, Calvin Ridley, and OBJ. Yeah, right.
That's good.
We're dreaming here. You're dreaming, kid. That's Mouth from the Goonies. Actually, that's funny.
Oh God! Speaking of boobs, I hate saying it, but Goonies it doesn't hold up the test of time.
Oh, bull! I watch it all the time.
I still love it. Don't get me wrong, but I rewatched it and I was like, it's not as funny as an adult as when I was a kid.
Goonies is outstanding. I don't watch Goonies for funny.
I watch it occasionally.
I know it's a comedy, but I watch it as like an adventure.
All right, I'm gonna really throw some blasphemy your way. The Sandlot is a shitty movie, and I hate it.
Oh, fuck you, dude! Get out of here!
Come and get me. Come and get me.
Calm down.
I'll take Bad News Bears any day of the week. Sandlot is stupid as shit, and it sucks, and I hate it.
I think you're all fucked in the head.
You are crazy, dude.
Maybe so, but I hate that fucking movie.
Dude, that's insane. That's literally insane.
Maybe I just grew up without a bunch of other losers fucking running around the neighborhood. I don't know.
You mean you grew up without friends?
Yes.
Fair enough. For those of us who grew up with friends, the Sandlot is very
friends is the fucking Patheticon 1984, then I'm all right with that. Not to mention fucking up a Ty Cobb baseball.
Babe Ruth.
Oh, was it Babe Ruth? I don't know. I only watched it the one time. My wife made me watch it.
Dude, that's crazy. I
hate Forrest Gump too.
What? Now, Forrest Gump, look, Jenny is a slut, okay? And Jenny's a bitch, and Jenny used Forrest and only showed up when he needed money. But other than that, Jenny's storyline, I'm sorry, like that is a great movie. Touching moments, funny moments.
YouTube.
Ahead of his time. Dude, you're crazy on that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's MIDNITE. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting us viewers. My daughter wants to know. Yeah, dude, I'm that guy. I'm the guy with the wire rim glasses at the concert who tells you that your favorite band sucks. I'm sorry.
Let's see here. Play Clemens inside. No, I don't want. I'm okay on Clemens. Wasn't he already released? What you guys are talking? I agree, infrared. All right, now Maddie was. Oh, was somebody? Stefan. Doesn't matter. Lions are winning the Super Bowl next year. Brad Holmes, GM of the year. Dan Campbell, Coach of the year. Hey, look, Stefan. I was full on board with the Lions.
All of us were Lions fans.
We were all rooting for the Lions. So I don't know if you came on here just talking shit, but you came to the wrong place because Lions fans are Jets fans, are Browns fans, are Cardinals fans. We're all losers. Yep. We all are cursed. We all never win. We all deep down love, but really hate our teams because of the pain they put us through. So you know what? I can't even, if you want to come in here and talk shit about your team that hasn't won shit ever.
You came to the right place.
Yeah, you came to the right place because, difference is we won a Super Bowl. But other than that, that we're all long-suffering, miserable fans that our teams have literally drug us through the mud. So, hey, look, if the Jets can't win next year, I love for the Lions to win.
100%.
I am an underdog fan. And once again, I know you guys aren't underdogs as in like you have a good team, no doubt. But I mean, in the grand history of the world, you guys are underdogs. We're underdogs. The Browns are underdogs. We're all miserable. And I'd like to see you guys win. Plus, Tim the Toolman Taylor was a fan of the Lions, so I can't fight that. Moving along. It was great to see Testaverde. Yes, it's always great to see Testaverde.
100%.
If honestly, if Rodgers can't be our quarterback this year and it's Zach Wilson or a 60-year-old Vinny Testaverde, I'm taking Vinny. I'm taking Vinny all day.
And call him. Don't text him. He won't know what it is.
Tyrone says, I just want our New York Jets team to build an offensive wall around Aaron Rodgers, Mike and Maddie.
I agree.
Please stop signing up old past their prime injury prone players to big contracts. As we were just talking about signing Vinny Testaverde.
Yeah, let's go get Vinny if he's not doing it.
Let's get Vinny, man. I'll take him. I'll take Ken O'Brien.
I'll take Namath. Fuck it.
I'll take Namath.
Be hilarious to actually dress him for a game just for like the
why not though? Why not?
Horridgeness that would totally be.
All right, we are now catching up in these comments. And like I said, don't forget Mark Sanchez. Well, look, I was talking about gunslingers. Mark Sanchez was far from a gunslinger. I was talking to guys with arms.
If you could go back 15 years from now or 15 years ago or, 10 and just be like, I would love to see the look on all our faces when like future us were like, listen, PlayStation's up to 5 and you're really going to miss the Mark Sanchez era.
Well, you're right. Hey, man, I do.
I do too.
It's like I would take that team but that was look. Mark Sanchez was serviceable, and the team around him was outstanding.
He was like Rex Grossman.
Yeah, well, and another Rex Ryan was just he embodied like New York Jets
attitude. Yeah, he was like,
yeah,
I'm not here to kiss Bill Belichick's rings. Fuck
yeah, and having all the bravado with like nothing to back it up. That's Jets football.
That's Jets.
Actually,
football.
That's to be fair. That's more Miami Dolphins football.
That's Miami Dolphins football now.
That is Miami Dolphins fans football right there.
Yeah, they should change
because the Dolphins haven't won shit.
Just to the paper Tigers.
All right, I told you that I wanted you to remind me about something, and I remembered it. The Jets, okay? I think that the Jets, now there's one team that I could, without a doubt, like if I think the Jets have the ugliest stadiums in the history of the NFL that they've played in, there's only one other team that I could honestly say has had worse stadiums that they've played in. Have the Jets played in the ugliest stadiums in football history? That's my question to you, Mandy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, for God's sakes, they played in a team that was named for another team for years. Shea became such a dump after a while.
But even the way it looked, like Shea was just like I do have him here. Let's
tell Shea was a baseball stadium.
Correct. So this is the nice side that we're looking at. This is the nice side of Shea that kind of gives it like it has like a little bit of character here from this angle, but from the other angle, it's just literally in the like 60s, 70s. They built all these like spaceship looking, just generic round spaceship looking stadiums.
Yeah, they look like a big Tylenol.
Yeah, and Shea Stadium was pretty fucking ugly. I'll be honest with you. I never went there to see a Jets game, but I did go there for some Mets games. And it was also, like you said, Maddie, it was kind of a dump. So
yeah.
like, I mean, what is your memories of Shea?
I mean, you know, say I went to games there, both Jets and Mets as a kid here and there. When we could go, and you got to see the Jets there.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I
was a little kid, but
yeah, my first Jets games was at Giant Stadium.
But I mean, I don't remember it that well. I just remember, you know, you go with your parents, and you know, your dad drinks too much and makes you promises he'll never keep. Like, I remember my dad told me he was going to teach me how to drive in his Corvette. That never happened. But it looked like, I mean, again, it's so long ago, but my memory was, I was just like, this is kind of like where like a minor league team would play. Like, it just seemed, because it was old. It was just an old stadium, even in 1984. And, you know, as it, you know, got on and on, it started to smell like piss, I guess. And I mean,
oh yeah,
you know, it's just, if you've ever been to Rome and you've been to the Colosseum, it's the same thing, just reeks of urine. And because they have like feral cats running around over there, because I'm so worldly. But yeah, most of the games I remember were Giant Stadium. And
well, let's move on to Giant Stadium. Here it is.
What I liked about Giant Stadium was the environment, because
great environment.
You're sitting up in the top decks with your buddies, your dad. Usually I would go with like my buddy's dad, and because I think my buddy his family had like partial season tickets or something, and they had 4, so they would always take like, he'd take his kid, one of his buddies, and usually one of his kids' friends, so I would go. And yeah, everybody would just get hammered ass drunk.
Same here, man. Same here.
You know, that's the thing, though. Back then it was like, oh yeah, your dad gets drunk every Sunday, so like, yeah. And I didn't even know they were drunk. I just thought they were having a good time. Now as an adult, I'm like, yeah, so they got drunk, big deal. Like, you know.
And I've had experiences at Giant Stadium that I can't even talk about on the air.
Statute of limitations is probably passed.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Giant Stadium was not a pretty looking stadium, and not only that, but the thing that bummed me out the most about it is that the seats were red and blue.
That's what I mean. We were playing in another team's stadium.
Yeah,
but 16 road games a year.
But it's ugly.
It's not ugly too, but
not a pretty looking stadium, no matter how much nostalgia you have for it. So we go from Shea to Giant Stadium to MetLife Stadium,
where
the air conditioner
last month.
Not a pretty stadium at all.
No, I mean, it's just MetLife. Honestly, I mean, granted, I've only watched a hockey game there. I have not seen a Jets game in MetLife yet. It's just big and really fucking crowded, and the accessibility sucks.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest complaints.
Like, holy shit, dude. When we got dropped off there, we had the Uber drop us off like half a mile away and walked.
Yeah. Well, and another thing is that you have to have special like parking passes in order to park in the normal parking lot. And it's like $100.
Well,
just to park.
Look at the fact that PSLs are a real thing now.
Like, it's almost insulting.
That's what I mean.
Now,
like,
did you ever have?
They get you for every penny they can.
Did you ever have season tickets, Maddie?
No.
You never had season tickets?
No.
I never had season tickets to the Jets, but my uncle Steve did. And that's how I went to 2 or 3 games per year. And I never knew that back in the day, they'd not only send you your book of tickets, but they'd also send you your playoff and AFC championship tickets.
Really? Those were included?
Now, I'm going to show you, if you ever wanted to know what a Jets AFC championship ticket looks like.
I have a Jets AFC championship ticket.
I'm at a home.
Oh.
Here's one example.
Wow.
As you can see, they sent the AFC playoff game 1, AFC playoff game. Oh no, was that 1? Oh, that's 2.
Game 1,
And there's
game
that
2,
blue one
and
on the end.
conference championship game.
And like I wish I was the
$20
person.
face value. Look at that shit.
I wish I was the person who owned these.
Oh,
Like
did you find these?
What was it?
Did you find this online?
Yeah, there's I'm not sure where I found it, but there is a Twitter account, New York Jets history or something, and I love their content. It's just constant cool content, and I believe that's where I saw that. And then if you want another example, a little later, look at that.
Nice. Look at that.
Like, look at that. Oh man,
How cool would that have been?
Just seeing that.
You know, the cool is to have those, and if the Jets actually did well as the season progressed, you like flip to the back of the book and be like, "We're creeping up on you, bitches."
Yeah,
might actually use you this year.
That is cool, man. Hey guys, anyone watching, please do us a favor, hit those thumbs up. When I go outside and watch this later tonight to see how everything worked out, I don't want to go out there and see 5 likes. I need you guys to hit those thumbs up. It's free for you guys to do it. So help us out here. Help us build this show. This is an underground punk rock Jet show from blue collar fans that just love the fucking Jets so much that we hate them. And we just talk about our misery of being Jets fans. And
it's very therapeutic. It was this or therapy.
Exactly. And we're so happy to have all you guys here. And you guys are here on the ground floor. So even guys like Card Shark, we're going to remember as we move on. But like Laura and Valerie and Infrared and Tim and Tyrone and God, all you guys. You know who I'm going to forget easily though? Dr. Ocho.
Who?
I said, you know who I'm going to forget easily?
No, I've never heard of him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I see what you're doing there.
He is dead to me now.
All right, let's see here.
All right, well, I want to bring something up real fast, too. Tyreek Hill can go fuck himself.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Adam Sandler's supposed to call you and pitch the Jets. Did you see that nonsense?
Oh, yeah, but I
meant to talk about that. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. You were never going to come here, and you were traded. Like,
yeah, and not only that, but he said weird shit like that before.
Yeah, I saw it, and I meant to bring it up last week, and I was just like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Stefan says, put respect on Big Daddy V. I hope Stefan is that really attractive blonde in front of that dude.
I hope that's not his daughter.
Oh shit! Didn't even think of that. No, but I assume Stefan is a dude. But
I'm guessing Stefan's a dude. I'm guessing that's his girlfriend.
No, but what's cool is I love the fact that he jumped right in on the wrestling reference. I think you might be outnumbered here, Maddie. I think once again I haven't been a wrestling fan in over a decade.
Like I say, the Thursday night wrestling show will be my night off.
Yeah, no, but I haven't been a wrestling fan in over a decade. But if you ask me wrestling questions from 1980 to 2000. Forget about it. I can go with the best of them. So, thumbs up. I really pray we can draft Chad Pennington. Oh, I was going to say Chad Pennington. Let's just draft Chad Pennington. He's not even eligible. Let's just draft him anyway.
Be like that show, The League, where Andre makes one mistake every year in the draft.
Do you know a movie I watched for the first time like a week ago?
Mm-mm.
Do you ever see Moneyball?
Yeah.
Dude,
surprisingly good movie. Like I didn't think I was gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm like, I when it came out, I was like, another Brad Pitt movie. I love baseball, but it's like, I just didn't. Whatever. And then to go and watch it now, and we'll see Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill and Chris Pratt.
That was surprisingly good.
Yeah, that was a good film. We are, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go to Midnight Mike Show Theater, and we are about to reminisce on the Monday Night Miracle. And end out the show, and I'm excited to do that.
And I refresh my cocktail while you do that.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get through these comments so we can get to that. We also need coaches who know what they're doing. Well, defense, we're good, right? Ulbricht's the man. But who knows with Robert Saleh, Nathaniel Hackett. And I've said this before too, okay, folks? Nathaniel Hackett can be there because it doesn't matter. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, it doesn't fucking matter what play calls Nathaniel Hackett makes. It makes no difference because no matter what Nathaniel Hackett calls, he's gonna send the call in. Aaron Rodgers is gonna get it in his headset and be like, "Oh, this fucking idiot! All right, I'm changing this," and then tells everybody what actually needs to be done. Okay, don't you think for a second that Nathaniel Hackett is going to be making the calls on the Jets offense. It's just not going to happen. Aaron Rodgers is a better football mind, he's obviously a better football player, and Aaron Rodgers will be our quarterback and de facto offensive line or offensive coordinator. So, I'm not too worried about that, but it all hinges on Aaron Rodgers staying healthy. So like Monique and like other people have said in the chat, the biggest thing is protect Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you folks, these seasons don't come around enough. This is going to be a special 2 or 3 years. If he stays healthy, this is going to be a very special 2 or 3 years. I think as long as he stays healthy, we're going to see 2 or 3 years of playoff football. And we're not the Dolphins, so we'll win a game. So, I'm not saying we'll win one every year, but if we get to the playoffs the next 3 years with Aaron Rodgers healthy, we're going to at least win one. The Dolphins can't say that. They are allergic to winning playoff games. And that's fine because it gives us something to laugh at them about because they're always so cocky. Oh, we're going to win the AFC East. Oh, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. And then the same fucking thing happens. They go into the playoffs and get embarrassed. And they're already embarrassed going onto the field in teal and orange, and to get embarrassed even more by losing every playoff game they've played in the past 25 years while watching the Jets go to 3 AFC championship games. Oh, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt Miami fans. Let's bring Matty back.
All right, sorry.
He's got his drink refreshed.
I like your mug, by the way.
Oh, there you go. I don't know if people get the reference, but
got a little Coors Light. The right people get it.
That's right.
I just got yelled at about for bad mouthing the Sandlot.
Good. You should be embarrassed to not like the Sandlot. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's almost as embarrassing as you saying that Billy Joel is terrible.
I didn't say Billy Joel's terrible. I said I'm not a fan of Billy Joel.
Yeah, you've badmouthed Billy Joel.
I didn't say terrible. I said I'm not a fan. I said my wife loves the guy. I don't crash the car trying to change the radio station when he comes on. I just said I'm not a fan.
When William Joel, or Billy Joel, as you guys know him, I'm closer friends with him.
I forgot high school with him.
Yeah, when he comes on the radio, it's all about just enjoy it. It's simple music. He's not the best artist ever.
I like some of the songs,
but he writes good songs. That's all
I said was I don't like. I'm a Bruce Springsteen fan.
Oh God,
I like the Boss better.
Overrated. Over fucking rated.
Ugh, whatever. You like fucking.
I'll tell you what I like. Glory Days. Glory Days.
See, that's not one of my favorites. Like my favorite, Billy or Bruce Springsteen songs are like State Trooper, Atlantic City, like the lesser known ones. Like the whole Nebraska album's fantastic. Whatever. We can talk about this shit all day.
Well, yeah, we could talk about how overrated Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones, Prince, they're all overrated.
Yeah, I know. Didn't you tell me you think Green Day's punk rock?
I did not say that. I said I liked Green Day.
I know.
I do like Green Day mostly prior to the American Idiot album, although I like that album.
I'm gonna get so
and the album that came after it. I'm a fan. When you talk Green Day, you want me to put in Green Day, I'm putting in the album before Dookie, Kerplunk. Boom. Love it. I have it in my car right now. I can listen to Kerplunk anytime. All right, Maddie, are we ready?
I think we are.
Are we finally ready to start praising, remembering, and reminiscing on the Monday Night Miracle? I have it up. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it ready. Get the video ready,
dude.
Folks, it was on the what was it? The YouTube channel NFL Throwback. The craziest
with Kyle Brandt, right?
Comeback. What?
Kyle Brandt did this one. He's one of the hosts.
I'm not sure. I don't know any of that. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is NFL Films is Steve Sable. I love Steve Sable.
Yes.
Right?
Everybody does.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Midnight Mike Show Theater.
Hello and welcome to Movie Phone.
And now, our feature presentation.
Love that intro.
Yeah, me too. And I love it even more when we hit this. Hold on. And only people who grew up in the 80s are going to remember this.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like you can see that sound.
One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight Mike Show Theater presents the Monday Night Miracle, the craziest Monday night comeback. Dolphins versus Jets, 2000, week 8. Maddie, how awesome was it to watch this? Like,
it was so great, man.
The fun thing is that if you look down in the comments, and I love this, there's fans of other teams and other sports who watched this and wrote down in the comments like, hey, I'm not a Jets fan, but you could not help but getting pumped up for the Jets in this game.
Absolutely. It was so amazing. And it was like I say, I watched football with my friend. Her name was Angie. And we were just buddies, but we just watched football because our class would end right around just in time to come and watch football. And she was fucking giving it to me with both barrels. She was just like, God, you guys are terrible. I was like, yeah, we'll see. And by the time the fourth quarter rolled around, I was like, Christ. And boy, was I unlivable for that next week. I wouldn't shut the fuck up for anything.
Well, you want to know what this isn't necessarily. By the way, first catch to get us back into this game, that catch by Lavernius Coles that you just saw behind me, where now once again, Vinny made some amazing throws in the fourth quarter of this game. This was not necessarily one of them.
No,
but Lavernius catch. And you know what? I'll tell you this. It was very similar to the Zach Wilson throw this season to Garrett Wilson. Yep. Yeah. It's a throw where the quarterback did not necessarily make the best throw,
but the receiver made it happen.
There you go. And Lavernius Coles made that happen. When the Monday Night Miracle started, this fourth quarter started 30-7 in favor of the Dolphins, and then the Jets on that amazing catch, he literally ripped it away from the
yanked it right out of his hands.
And now made it 30-13. For some reason, the Jets went for a 2-point conversion there, which I don't fully understand. I think they even said it in the broadcast booth. Wait, was this one of the years? Was this one of the years that Dennis Miller was commentating?
Yeah. You had to listen to the Machiavellian undertones of the defensive ratings and all the fucking nonsense. He did have one funny comment though when they did review something later, and he's like, "Yeah, well, they're gonna review this, so I'm gonna go work on my thesis." Because back then, those reviews took so fucking long.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that. But here we go. Look, the Jets get the ball back. It says the Dolphins had the best scoring defense, 8.5 points per game allowed coming into this game. And there it is.
At the one.
Yeah, everyone thought that he scored, but no. If you look, I don't know if you can see that, but his knee does go down at the one.
I'm watching this on your thing right now.
The funny thing is that when this happened, when you're watching this and the fans in attendance could clearly see the replay of his knee going down. And when they announced to the crowd, he's down at the 1 yard line, Jets fans are still like, boom!
Oh yeah. That's like the thing about being a Jets fan. It's like, it's kind of like, we always have that one friend you watch hockey with, and no matter what his team can do no wrong, it's like, yeah, he got 2 minutes for cross-checking. That's bullshit. Dude, he broke the stick over his head. Your team is gonna catch a penalty. Relax.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see who scored. But there you go. At the bottom of the screen throughout this video. And like I said, if you are watching with us right now, after it's like a 15-minute video, go check it out. They keep putting the winning probability in percentage on the bottom of the screen. And it goes from like 97%
to, yeah, like, it was, I mean, it just suddenly starts going,
Yep, it slowly starts moving. Even after the Jets scored to make it like 30-13, it was still like 92%
Yeah,
Dolphins
no
victory.
one. I mean, and everyone was leaving in droves.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Another beautiful catch.
And ironically, apparently, guys, I wasn't there, but they were like, "Fuck it, come on back in." They were letting people come back in.
Oh yes, absolutely, they were.
Bring it back, come on down. Which
If
they
you
would never
look,
do now.
yeah, if you look at that stadium, and I don't think they fully show it on this video, but the full game is available on YouTube. If you look at the stadium, they show the stadium several times in like the late third, early fourth quarter, and I'm telling you, it's like
a graveyard.
Yeah, it's like I want to say like 40 to 50% filled at best.
It's the Event Horizon.
And I'd say of that 40 to 50% that were left,
probably Dolphins fans.
Half of them were more were Dolphins fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then it was funny though, because
right now it says Miami 89.4%, Jets 10%. Jets hit a field goal and it goes to 89 even and 11 even. So it's 30-23 with 5 minutes left in the game, and the Jets still only have an 11% chance of winning this game. They're only down by one score, but because of the time left in the game, it is what it is. And I'm going to turn the volume up on the Wayne Corbett catch, by the way, because Wayne Corbett makes one of the most amazing catches.
The Green Lantern.
That you could. I love Wayne Corbett. I have always loved Wayne Corbett, and I had an oversized like Wayne Corbett jersey growing up.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, still have it somewhere, but I'd like to get a really nice, like authentic, sewn in Wayne Corbett jersey. He deserves it, and I wonder if he still gets money for that. You think he still gets money for that?
What size jersey do you wear?
What size jersey do I wear?
Yeah,
I don't know. What does it go by
numerically?
Now? I think when it was numbers, I wore 56? No, not a 56. I think it was like I was thinner at the time, so maybe it was like a 48. I think I remember getting. But right now I get like, I don't know. I think I get extra larges now.
That's what I get. I get XLs, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
I might know a guy is the thing.
You know a guy?
I got a guy.
Well, tell that guy that I'm 6'2", 240. There it is. Let's check it out.
Yes!
And Arnold Schwarzenegger called it.
Yes, he did at halftime.
Wayne Corbett will do it.
Now watch. I'm going to turn the volume up, and they're going to show a replay of this catch. Wayne Corbett is the fucking man, and everyone needs to know it.
3:55 to go.
John Hall with the extra point.
And for those Jets fans who left this stadium about an hour ago, we got news for you.
Thank you, Al Michael.
The largest fourth quarter comeback in Monday Night Football and Jets franchise history. Largest blown lead in the fourth quarter in Miami franchise history. Wait, they don't show the replay? This was the killer. I remember watching this game, and it's almost like with the Aaron Rodgers thing where you go from such a high of him running out onto that field, and then you hit such a low and you realize he's done.
Yeah, and these guys run all the way back down the field, but...
Yeah, we get that amazing catch, and then Fiedler just rockets a perfect pass into the end zone. So Miami, 82.6% win probability with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. And the Jets still fucking win because of Vinny. I love Vinny.
Let's not discount our boy Jumbo Elliott.
Well, true, but I've said this before too. I don't know if it's in the audio for this game or if it's someone saying it on the history of the New York Jets video or something, but somebody said, and I will always remember this, that Jumbo Elliott did his best to not catch the ball.
He sure looked like it. It was an awful catch. It was.
Oh, he bumbles it all over.
He was wearing the fucking lineman gloves with the tape all over them that are not made to catch a football.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like, I mean, it would be like having duct tape on your hands. But
look how fucking calm Vinny is. Oh, Vinny's just running this offense right now.
Fucking miss that dude.
Oh, me too. This team was my favorite team of all time. My favorite Jets team of all time is 98 to 2000 Jets. Vinny and Curtis Martin and Corbett and Keyshawn and oh my God. When was Mawai at center? Yeah, Mawai at center. Oh, Richie Anderson. God, I loved this team.
So did I. This like those years, like the season started and it wasn't already over.
Oh, hell no.
And then
Vinny under
Vinny
center,
snapped his leg, and then it
hands it off to Curtis Martin, up to the 6.
My favorite Martin.
Man, anybody else? If you get down in the comments section, anybody, I appreciate it. Are any of you old enough to remember the Monday Night Miracle? I sure hope so, because that would mean that you'd be like, I really doubt any of our viewers are under 30. And you'd have to be well under 30 to
I don't
not
know.
remember.
There was a girl who said she's doing track in school, which I'm not supposed to talk to anybody under 18. That's a violation of my parole.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm not allowed near schools or Chuck E. Cheese's. Beautiful catch. He gets slammed
And
but gets
bounces
the first
right
down.
back up too. He's like, "Let's go." The adrenaline must have been insane.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
caught that pass with zero regard for his physical.
First downs in this quarter, the fourth quarter, 19 first downs for the Jets.
1 for the Dolphins.
That is insane. Here it is, Jumbo Elliott. What?
Yep, I remember that to this day. I was like,
Me too.
"Oh."
And Jumbo looking up and like watching him see if he
Look
caught
at the look on his face. I don't know if they show it, where he's just like,
No, that's when he's looking up at the
replay.
street. Yeah, and being like, I caught that.
yeah, that's the video I watched. They were like, "God, if this happened today, that face would be memed into back to the Stone Age."
Here it is. Look,
fine.
folks, I don't know if you could see it behind me. Bubble 1, bubble 2, bobble 3 off the helmet, finally catches it. There are at least 3 bobbles before he hits the ground. There it is.
There it is. He's like a double rainbow guy.
And I believe all those front teeth are fake
Wouldn't shock me.
on Jumbo. And John Hall. Jets' last 6 drives resulted in touchdown or field goal. And then they go into overtime, folks.
And lose the coin toss.
They do lose the coin toss. And then how about Coleman intercepts the ball, then fumbles it to the Dolphins.
I know. God damn, dude.
And then
it was like Dumb and Dumber and totally redeems himself.
Totally redeems himself like 2 plays later and then gets another interception. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, if you haven't watched this recently, and you want a quick recap, like I said, the full game is available on YouTube. So you can sit down one day, no more footballs on Sunday. And I'll bet your wife, here's a secret. If I told my wife tomorrow that there was, oh no, the Jets are going to play a game. It's no big deal. The Jets are going to play a game. And I've just put on this game, she wouldn't be none the wiser. She doesn't know. So you could do that too if your wife doesn't watch sports.
My wife is way too savvy for that.
Plus, isn't she watching in the other room?
I think so. I don't know. My kid said she was, but considering I haven't gotten yelled at for my treatment of the Sandlot, I'm guessing she probably turned it off.
Or your hating of William Joel?
You know what? You watch wrestling.
Look,
you shut your mouth.
When you insult the Piano Man, there it is. Look, interception, fumble.
Dolphins get the ball back. They get a first down. That's the worst part of it.
Yeah. What do you think about the rule about the fumbling into the end zone? And there's been a lot of controversy about that and talk about that this past season, where I forget what people want to happen, because I've heard so many different things.
I heard so many different takes. It's like honestly, I'm not going to really understand what they decide for next year until somebody fucking fumbles it into the end zone.
So so then the Dolphins get the ball back. 1st and 10. Fiedler drops back, throws it, intercepted
by Coleman.
Totally redeems himself. That was the perfect call back there, Maddie.
That is, and that's, I guarantee you, that's literally what stopped him from going home that night and parking the car in the garage and letting the engine purr him to sleep. I'm telling you right now.
No, well, if they would have won the game regardless,
if they'd have won the game, but if they'd have lost the game on that shit.
No, I agree with that.
They'd have a Coleman patch for the next season.
Infrared says I wanted Coles and Corbett jerseys, but I was too poor to get a jersey back in those days.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maddie's got a guy.
I got a guy. I know a guy.
He's got a guy. But if that
I'll be
guy's
able to help you with
if
the
that guy's
thing.
handing out jerseys, I got to be first because I need my Corbett.
See what I can do.
All right. I went to the Week 17 game against Green Bay in 2002. Oh, dude, what a fucking awesome game. We got to do that one.
Yeah, we got to do that one for sure.
Nobody thought going into that game that the Jets were going to win the division, and then all of a sudden it was like
they had a chance.
Nobody thought the Patriots were going to beat the Dolphins.
Yep. And I never cheered so hard for the Patriots in my life.
Well, that was also before the evil empire of the Patriots.
True.
I became a Jets fan in '89 at 9 years old. We were so poor in Newark, I had to watch the games at my neighbor's apartment. We had it rough, guys. Wait a minute. Hold on. Because this is a different level. No offense, Infrared, but this is a different level in poor. And people may be like, what? Like, that's fucked up. But no. Back in the day, you may not remember this, but any TV with bunny ears, you didn't need to pay for cable. You didn't need to pay for Netflix. You didn't need to pay for all this bullshit. Back in the day, if you went and bought a TV, even if it was black and white, and plugged it in your house, you could get the Jets.
Yeah, but hey, Ed made it happen. That's what I like about him.
No, I agree.
Ed knows when you got to get down and you can't find the elevator. Sometimes you just grab a fucking shovel and go to work.
Absolutely. Moving along, let's see what else we got here on this game. You guys are hilarious. I love the show, guys. Dude,
thanks, Ed. Appreciate that.
Not only do I appreciate that, but thank you so much for sticking on board and like sitting with us for
hanging
these
out.
hours. Yeah, like
we
that's
go off
so
on our little
cool.
retard tangents.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought that me and Maddie could go on for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and we're wrapping up real soon, folks.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Because we're already at an hour 52. So, folks, I got to get out of here because now I have to rewatch the whole thing. No, I don't watch it.
Suffer for your craft.
I don't rewatch the whole thing. I kind of just check certain parts that I know I want to see how it ended up. Like tonight, I'll check like the thing with Metz and like Sean, and then I'll probably check this to make sure I did it all right. You know,
Sean's a cool dude, man. We need to have him back on.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I'd like and anybody out there, like let's say was it Stefan was the Lions fan?
Yeah,
hey, man, we need a Lions correspondent. So get in touch with me on Twitter. Jets win 40-37 in overtime. John Hall kicking the winning field goal. That's friggin' awesome.
I don't know who that Dolphins player was that gave him a hug, but he's a better sport than I would have been. I would have just stomped off the field and cried.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Although those guys are probably so dehydrated, like it would just be straight salt falling out of their eyes because they all played their fucking balls off.
Well, the Dolphins are known for their salty tears. I mean, let's be honest. See, The Jets are realistic. That's the difference. Jets fans are realistic. We know we suck. We know that we are cursed. We know that we're going to get our balls kicked in by the team. The Dolphins literally act like they are the Dolphins think that their team has the history of the Patriots.
Yeah.
And they don't. They don't even have the Bills caliber. They don't even have the Jets caliber in the past.
They do have their undefeated
century.
Season. They have that. We can't argue.
They have what?
That undefeated season. They got that.
Yeah. What was that? A couple years after the Jets Super Bowl, the Dolphins won two Super Bowls.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they have one more Super Bowl than us, and it's this basically still 50 plus years ago. The Jets Super Bowl.
What have you done for me lately?
Well, I'm just saying. Look, I'm going to give. We can go back. We can go back a quarter century.
No, I get you.
And
I'm just saying, there is an accolade they do have. I'll give them what they're due.
And how many of those Dolphins fans you actually think were alive for that? That's why I don't.
None.
When I argue with other teams' fans, I usually I know I made the joke with the Lions fan, but I will never really bring up our Super Bowl III victory because I wasn't alive for it. Like like if you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it, and I'll tell you I think it's probably the second greatest game. Sports game ever played on American soil. But you know, I wasn't alive for it. So it's not like I can use it as anything. I can say but I can say to a Dolphins fan, you haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. We've been to 3 AFC championship games.
Yeah,
now, once next season starts, I can only say 2 in the past 25 years. So, because 98 gets dated out this next season.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But guys, really quick, go down and hit those thumbs up if you haven't. When I get off of here and I check this video, I want to see those likes go up. I don't want to see 5. Guys, help us out here. A lot of you have been so loyal, and we appreciate that. You're in the comments. I appreciate that. But those thumbs up is really what helps build the channel. And when the channel gets bigger and this underground punk New York Jets show gets bigger, we can always throw back to all of you guys and go, oh, yeah, we love all you new listeners and you new fans, but you're no Infrared. You haven't been here as long as Infrared or, Card Shark or Valerie or now Monique or who else is in there? Who's Ryan? Did I? Oh, okay. I read this, but I didn't realize it was a Ryan. I don't know who's. Hey, Ryan. What's up, Neek? I'm in Jersey City now. Born in Brooklyn, raised in Newark. 35 years. I'm 44 now. There you go. I grew up right outside New York City in New Jersey till I was about 25. Then I moved to Philly, Center City, Philadelphia, and then South Philly. I was in Philly for 11 years, and now I'm on the Long Island Sound, where it's been gloomy and rainy and shitty for like 2 months straight. So that's that.
What do we have planned for next week's Midnight Theater?
Maddie, you were supposed to come with that.
Okay, I'm just making sure you didn't have anything.
No, I don't. I do. No, actually, I could suggest something.
I got something.
Okay. If you do, hey man, if you have
inspired by
wait. We need to pull out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, you want to announce? Okay, that's part of Midnight Mike Show Theater. I was going to pull us out of Midnight Mike Show Theater, but no, Maddie's right. What are we going to be watching this week for next Saturday night, Midnight Mike Show Theater?
All right, I had to do some stretching on this one.
That's okay, dude.
In honor of Jumbo Elliott.
Oh,
there is a cartoon. It is my favorite cartoon of all time called Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Okay.
And there is an episode of it called Bart Oates. It was originally going to be called Jumbo, but they couldn't get Jumbo on the phone, so they hired Bart Oates to do the role, where the Aqua Teen's neighbor is visited by the ghost of Bart Oates, who's not dead. And there's a lot of football-themed nonsense in it. It's an 11-minute episode. It's a cartoon. It's my favorite cartoon of all time. Some of you are going to love it. Some of you won't. Some of you know what I'm talking about. But it's called Bart Oates, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I am sure you can find it anywhere.
Oh, so it's not available. It's not available on YouTube.
It might be. I couldn't find it on YouTube, but I'm sure you can find it someplace.
I'm going to tell you this. I will accept this. I was never a huge fan. I know what you're talking about with what is it, Master Shake?
Master Shake's my spirit animal.
There you go. I know the characters. I had a lot of friends who loved the show. So I will give it to you this time. But in the future, I want to keep it to things that anyone can watch on like YouTube.
Well, I tell you this. I'm going to see if I can find it, because there is a short that kind of sums it up on YouTube that you can watch.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's like I say, the full episode isn't there, but you can watch the short.
Okay. But in the future, I do want to always try to do things that, you don't have to, because we also, you, me, all of the people watching, we spend so much goddamn money on streaming services and cable and this, that, and the other thing.
Right.
Not everybody has everything, but
I guarantee you it's on
YouTube.
Max if you have Max. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I
well,
know that not everybody
once
has
again,
Max.
Some people have Max, some people have Paramount Plus, some people.
If you want it bad enough, you'll find it.
That's true. So next week, what is it called again?
It's called Bart Oates, and it was originally titled Jumbo, but Jumbo Elliott wouldn't pick up his phone to do the voice, and Bart Oates happened to be home.
All right.
So it's got that like 6 degrees of separation there.
Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Midnight Mike Show Theater. We really appreciate you being here and doing this with us. And like I said, hopefully, next week you can join us for another one. And then I do have a few in the can that I've been thinking about of things that I'd like to do for Midnight Mike Show Theater. But yeah, next week I'll come up with something. And then, like I said, our plan is for me and Maddie to go back and forth. So each week we'd each pick something different. And then, you know what? Maybe one day, like Sean Neutron or one of you guys can come on, maybe suggest something for me and Maddie to watch. You guys come on and do it with us.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you. Guess what I had to do, Maddie,
Hmm.
before we head out. You know that around the league thing we did on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I hit that little thing, like I had the beginning to Midnight Mike Show Theater, right? That little animated beginning. I had the around the league one. I got hit on YouTube.
Did you get a copyright?
For not, it wasn't like a strike or anything, but for the
They yelled at you for that?
I got nailed to where my monetization got split, and you already make so little off YouTube ads and stuff. Now I have to split it with the guy who wrote that song. So I had to change it to I'm going to find a better song, but I'll show you. I changed it to like this generic rap beat or something. Hold on here. I'll show it to you. It's the same graphic, and I'm going to fix the graphic too. I made this graphic quick and whatever, but then today I didn't know if I was going to use it. So I quickly just threw in something I found in like 2 seconds. So now it's this.
Was that the theme to Ninja Gaiden 2?
Yeah, sure. We'll call it that just so that it
So
seems cooler.
I'm curious because I don't know how YouTube really works with that. So for that episode, you had to split your monetization with that guy.
Yeah.
But so in the future, you don't have to if you don't use that.
Correct.
Okay.
I will always have to split it for anything I make off that particular video.
Okay, but
yeah, but
at least it's a one-time thing. You don't have to do it for the rest of your life on this show.
Correct. No.
Okay.
It's just for that. So now I put in that generic music just for the time being. And then eventually I'm going to update that graphic anyway, because that didn't take that long to make. So I'll update the graphic. I'll find better music that fits better.
Oh, you should put the Contra theme, the music from Contra.
I wonder if, I'd
I'm
have
sure
to check.
It's copyrighted.
Yeah, but it depends. I'm literally, that's the thing. I was surprised that it was even hit for that, because usually if you are under 20 seconds, especially closer to 10,
they don't do anything.
Yeah, like you're clearly not. I'm not. Whatever. It is what it is.
Somebody narked on us. We're gonna find you. Snitches get stitches.
Absolutely. All right. So follow me at Midnight Mike Show, spell MIDNITE Mike Show on Twitter, X, Instagram, or Letterboxd. Maddie, give your credentials, and you have to remember to follow Sean, and Sean follow Maddie.
Yeah. It's at Maddie Jets on Twitter. That's about all I got.
I love the fact that we have easy, like, Twitter handles, and it should be easy for people to follow us. Midnight Mike Show. The only thing that's weird about mine is it's spelled MIDNITE Mike Show, but it's right there. It's down there a bunch of times. It's way up there in the corner. You see it tons, so it's not hard to remember. And then Maddie's is right there.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
Not hard, folks. So give us a follow on Twitter or X. Are you also? You're also on Instagram.
I am. It's at Yosarian1227. Nobody.
Get out of here with that crap.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read Catch 22. Heathen.
No, you change it to Maddie Jets.
Tell me how to live my life. I might.
All right, Maddie. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe. And for nothing else, just love talking to you. And we will see you Tuesday night. Deuces.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. We did great live numbers tonight. We had a good steady amount of you here throughout the entire 2 hours. And I am like, I'm so happy about that. As Maddie just said, it's like, it's humbling. It's like so cool that the numbers, once again, we're not high numbers. We're not. But the key is that each week or every 2 weeks, every month, you'll notice that things are creeping up more and more. And that's because you guys are hitting the like button. You guys are commenting. You guys are hopefully maybe sharing or retweeting or things like that. Like I said, eventually, yes, I'm going to have to say, hey, I need the super chats because I'm getting too many comments in, or I need you guys to sign up for memberships and things like that. But right now, it's like it's these beginning stages where we're all like becoming this Jets family on this show. and it's the likes, the subscribe down below, the following on Twitter, things like that, and we'll get into these conversations. And you guys are here Saturday nights at 9 p.m. to join Maddie and myself. You're hopefully going to be there 10 p.m. Tuesday night when we go on. I am your late night Jets host. And I feel like that's a unique way to do it. Like I said, we're just blue collar lunch pail guys who just love talking Jets. That's just like what we like to do. So thank you again for being here. I really do appreciate it. We're going to hit out this ending New York Jets song, right? Awesome. And I'll flash some of these last few comments on the screen. I am Midnight Mike, and I can't wait to see you next time. Do we have a love connection between Monique and Infrared going here?